Good morning, moderator, teachers, and everyone. My name is He Siyuan. I'm doing a PhD in music performance. I would like to thank my supervisor, Dr. Dan Hong Kim, thank Prof. Fazili, Prof. Claire, and FMSP for providing us with a chance to exercise and a platform to exchange academic knowledge. Today, my research topic is pianist as transcriber towards a performance of a solo version in Rachmaninoff's Rhapsody on a theme of Paganini. This talk is divided into 8 main parts. To start with, I'd like to look at abstract. Musicians may have a better understanding of the solo piano's role in an orchestra by presenting with the solo piano version before performing with the entire orchestra. Pianists play these transcriptions may provide an enjoyable alternative to the full symphonic experience. Symphonic and other orchestral works have been studied and disseminated via keyboard transcriptions since the early 19th century, including operas and concertos. Some famous musicians who have transcribed their orchestral works into solo pianos, such as Liszt, Brahms, Busoni, Rachmaninoff. No one has yet transcribed the orchestra into solo piano work of Rachmaninoff's Rhapsody on a theme of Paganini. So this research looks at Rachmaninoff's 15 transcriptions and focuses on my own take to make an original transcription for solo piano and come up with creative technical solutions to problems with piano performance. Then they are talking about introduction and the background. Some scholars think the transcription traditions is a time-honorable phenomenon that spans more than 6 centuries, starting with the first transcriptions of the human voice to the first keyboard instrument. Some scholars think that defined as the arrangement of piano music composition for a performing medium other than the original or the same medium, but in a more elaborate styles. Transcription occupies a fundamental place in the history of Western music, and the other scholars think since the Middle Ages, composers, performers, and engineers have constantly adapted their music to learn various musical styles and to bring variety to concert programs. Many pianists and composers have made transcriptions such as Bach, Liszt, Brahms, Busoni, Ravel, Rachmaninoff, Fedon, Horowitz, and others have entered its golden era in the middle of the 18th century with the appearance of Liszt and his contemporaries. By the beginning of the 20th century, transcription as a genre became a thriving and inevitable component of recital programs of virtuoso pianists because so many famous pianists were also composers. Transcriptions of all kinds were bound to be made. By the mid-20th century, Platinov, Volodos, Harmelin, Stephen Hoff are also doing some of their transcriptions. Even though it is a fact that there are various and available reduction and transcription technicals for the piano, they are rarely the topic of a comprehensive examination. Upon further investigating through databases, the author discovered a large number of books and articles. Still, the majority of them were about compositions, arrangement, music theory, and instrumental teaching methods, and the transcription arts was represented only by textbooks or manuals, which was not representative enough of the transcription art. Incorporation score of orchestra sounds into a piano is challenging and time-consuming for a pianist, but it will strengthen the pianist's grasp of piano skills and orchestra composition while allowing them to innovate. Rachmaninoff is a very representative composer in the field of transcription. He transcribed the 15 works of symphonics, violins, and vocals by many composers into piano solos, piano duets, index. These keyboard transcriptions are conducive to not only the research and dissemination of symphonies, but also other orchestral genres such as operas and concertos. Rachmaninoff's Rhapsodian Simmer of Paganini is one of the famous orchestral repertoires. Up to now, no one has transcribed this work for piano solo. Therefore, in this research, a new transcription will be created to be added to the solo piano repertoire and performed, while providing creative technical solutions to the problems in solo piano performance. Here are recital programs for recital 1 and 2. Recital 1 includes Tchaikovsky, Glazunov, and Rachmaninoff, a total of 3 works. Tchaikovsky, The Sleeping Beauty suite for piano duet, include 5 movements. Glazunov Symphony No. 6 include the 4 movements, and the Rachmaninoff Rhapsodian Simmer of Paganini include Introduction to Variation 10. Recital 2, 8 contains all the transcribed works of Rachmaninoff and the complete solo version of Rhapsody on a Simmer of Paganini transcribed by me. Thirdly, performance problem. The most difficult problems for performer are the transcription problems and interpretation problems from that transcription. It includes 3 points. The first is to master the ability to transfer to the piano the colors, sonority, multi-layered texture, and the power of the orchestra. The second is to be faithful to the original works of the composers personally as styles. The second is to have the transcribes own creative characteristics and the ability to solve all the performance technicalities and perform. My first part will be about performance objectives. It includes 3 points. The first is to analyze the piano transcription composed by Rachmaninoff. Second is to apply the understanding of Rachmaninoff's transcribing skills into transcription of Rhapsody on a Simmer by Paganini. The third is to perform the piano a solo version of Rachmaninoff's Rhapsody on a Simmer by Paganini. As you can see, the fifth point is performance questions. It includes 3 points. The first is what are issues with the piano transcription composed by Rachmaninoff. The second is how to interpret and perform the piano solo transcription works by Rachmaninoff. Third is what technical problems need to be addressed in the solo version of transcription. Let's now move on to the 6th part, methodology. In this research, I use practice-led and practice-based research. My 7th part will be about a discussion and conclusion. By using Jean-Jacques Nattiez's ideas of poiesis and the esthesis creation and the perception. It demonstrates that transcription attains performer control over a musical work beyond what is nowadays generally understood by interpretation, and that such control can challenge a listener's assumption about the work. Lastly, it suggests that the transcription offers a new light on pianists to perform this concerto with greater musical imagination and experience. Conclusion: a transcription may be deemed work invested, but it does not seem to be at odds with the Rachmaninoff spirit. So the last part is reference. Okay, that's all for today's research sharing. Thank you for your attention.